Let's start small and simple. If you think that you see everyday objects the same way as everyone else, let's find out. Take my test to discover that even how we see simple day objects is from our cultural and lived experiences. Let's get started. Think to yourself, what is this object that you see on the screen? If you said that this object is an arrow, a dart, you would be incorrect. Or a paintbrush, still not correct. This is actually an image representation of a pen. Not typically anymore the type of pen that we use on a regular basis, but nonetheless, it is a pen. And in many cases, we see the symbol on the right attributed to indicate where we want someone to sign their signature. If you've never used the actual pen on the left, you probably don't have a conceptual understanding of what that image to the right of the sign here line is telling you to do. And if your literacy skills don't enable you to read the words sign here, you might still be having trouble understanding that what's being asked of you is to write your signature. Now, let's take a look from some of my vocabulary work that I've done with English language learners. Think to yourself, what word am I trying to communicate from this image? Now, see if you can derive more clues if I tell you that these two images are connected to the word that I am trying to communicate. Here's yet another image of the word that I'm trying to communicate. And finally, this image is another indicator of the word that I was trying to communicate. The word that I am actually trying to communicate is the word pond. But if I were to have shown only the image that appears on the upper right corner of your screen and used the word pond, my students would not have had a conceptual understanding that a pond is bigger than a puddle, which is in the bottom right. A pond, though, is smaller than a body of water that we see on the bottom left, which I attribute to being a lake. And then a pond is definitely smaller than the body of water that we see up in the upper right-hand corner, which would indicate seas, oceans, right? Large bodies of water that cover the earth. So sometimes scope is also a determinant of how we are interpreting an image.